Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Cut. 180. Ric Flair. Watch the screen. Pass.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And right away, he lost the football. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Hey, kill.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Not. Wait, 20. 56. Hold on. Check. Maverick.
Here's Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Gurley again here on 1st down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
13 yards there and a Niner first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big run there by Gurley. Give him 55 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the Niners' 11-yard line.
Got 20.
Right there, 54 Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You must be getting tired of
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll try and run. Henderson. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, anytime you see a big-time kickoff return, especially one that ends up in the end zone for a touchdown, that's probably the most exciting 10 seconds in the great game of football.
I think it was our friend Ed Brady that told us that one day. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Crunch. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Right there.
Goff now looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He gets it to Coates. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Here's Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and
2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Check. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, I got him. That's me. Mine's 54. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd and a couple. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 15-yard touchdown grab. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
At their own 27-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
On the default. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Akers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st down, here's Breida. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Gall. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Obama. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Back to throw. Gone. And it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Hey, 76.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Ric Flair. X3. 218. Chopper.
3rd and goal. Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and through, and this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch time.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
11.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they run with Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the slap. 17.
To throw is gone. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
14.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
Squeeze, double.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Garoppolo now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by John Johnson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
After the interception, here's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2.